One.
All right, to continue where I left off, if you are worried that all you do is lecture, um, this is okay. Lecturing is okay. People learn by hearing things, but maybe just take it a step further and work in some of these other ideas into your lecturing. So stop and do checks for understanding every now and then. Stop lecturing and say, okay, I know I've been talking for a long time. Let's play a quick game to see which table group knows the most about this, or stop and do a check for understanding by handing out a little practice quiz for students, um, or get the audience involved. Say, I know I'm teaching math, but it's getting kind of boring, so let's stretch our legs. Let's make this a physical math problem. 12 kids go on this side of the room, 15 kids go on this side of the room. You can also do this with teaching aids by having props again, or having videos or audio to play. And another one is I always group my students up by the level that they were at last year. I look at their test scores and then I put them in groups based on these test scores. That is not the best idea because this doesn't allow the students to work with others that are outside of their last year's group. So it doesn't give them very much room to improve, and it makes you as a teacher kind of already generalize your children without giving them a chance at all. They could have learned a lot over the summer, or maybe they don't remember anything. So the kids that had the best test scores last year are now kind of at the bottom. They lost everything that they had previously known. Do not test them based off of last year. Maybe throughout the year, when you start doing your own testing, then you can group them up just so that they can get a little bit of practice. But still, even then, you don't want to keep them in the same groups very long because that's kind of just classifying them and keeping them in this structure that doesn't give them enough room to grow. And then lastly, participation points. Um, a lot of teachers do this. They say you have to actively raise your hand, or you have to um, give so many ideas throughout this discussion in order to earn points for the day. This is a little bit outdated as well because not all students like to speak out, but this does not mean that they do not know the information that you have taught them. So instead, grade them by the work that they are doing rather than their voice in the class. Of course, you want your kids to participate and you should encourage them to, but this should not be a requirement for passing. So that's about it. That is a summary of differentiated instruction and how you can put these ideas into your own classroom and how to use them to reach kids of all different learning levels. So that's it.